My name is Ejaz Hussain. I'm a Microsoft MVP, technical architect, and work for a company called Advania UK. It's a consultancy and Microsoft Gold partner the company. So, and here's my LinkedIn profile and my blog. So please get in touch if you have any question. We talk about them, 365 AI, Copilot, Azure. Just feel free to ping me. Happy to chat. So today I'm presenting how do we integrate Copilot agent into the SharePoint. So it's what Microsoft is also trying to go into the same route. Like we wanted to bring AI to the people, not bringing the people to the AI. So you build really nice agent in Copilot Studio. He's got MCP, he's got AI, he's got so many connectors. But yeah, next step is to expose that agent somewhere so where your users are, not where you're bringing people to come and use in Copilot Studio. So one option is we expose to SharePoint. Is one of the the great platform we have, and it's been there long time, and people has lots of resources and people actively use that platform. So now today I'm presenting like there are different three approaches which we can use to expose our Copilot agent to SharePoint. One is out of the box way and there's two other programmatic way as well. So if you want to integrate via your business app programmatically, then you can also do that as well. So let's go and look into that. So now today I'm presenting is a very simple example, because session is not about the agent itself, it's about the approaches. So I've got this, I built a really simple agent, Microsoft Learn agent. So it's using Microsoft Learn documentation as a knowledge base and pointing to that particular link here, learn.microsoft.com. Very straightforward. And yeah, so you ask a question, simply he's go and look for the result and then bring the result from the learn.microsoft.com. So the approaches, number one approach, there are three different approaches when we're exposing this to the SharePoint. One, we use the out of the box way, where we use a SharePoint channel to publish directly to the specified sites. That's one. We will have a look in this shortly. Then another way is using the Copilot Studio client package with the API, direct API approach. I call it headless integration. And the third approach is Copilot Studio client, same package, but you have a web chat using the web chat approach. So let's see what all these. So first of all, SharePoint approach out of the box. So you go to your agent, go to channel, and click on the SharePoint, and then on the right hand side you will have a panel. You select the site where you wanted to expose this agent, and you hit deploy, and then what you see is the next time you can go in your site, and then you click on this link on the top, and you can select out of the box where your agent will be available and you can communicate. So let's go to the actual site and see what it looks like. So so let's say out of the box way. Right, so I'm going to go and select my agent from there and say, okay, how to create an Azure function app. Well, he will understand my typos. So that's out of the box way. Now, there you go. So we go, I've got some, some instruction, how I want to get this response. I want citations, etc., etc. You can all configure in the instructions. So how you want to get the agent to respond. So that's out of the box. That's number one. So let's go to number two approach with the API approach. So right. So what is this API approach? So API approach basically uses this particular package, Microsoft Agent Copilot Studio Client. It uses the direct engine protocol to communicate directly to your agent from your app. Could be SPFx, could be React, could be Node, etc. with chat experience. So you build the entire chat experience. You have a control. You build the message lifecycle, attachment, rendering, error handling, and with the headless integration, I call it because you have a full control over the conversation. If you want to create a new conversation, you can all do via your custom UI. We'll see in a demo shortly as well. So what do we need to get this set up, this approach? We need Azure AD app, simple Azure AD app. We'll see shortly. We need a one permission, which comes from the Power Platform API, Copilot Studio, Copilot.invoke, delegate permission. I might have already here. So you could see here, you go and add a permission. So you need to delegate this permission. So that's one. Number two, I'm using MSO within the SPFx web part to get the token using this Azure AD app, and then we need to install this package in your app. Like in my case is a web part, SPFx web part, which communicate directly to your agent via API. So high level flow, what does it look like? SPFx web part, which I have. I send a request when first go into the web part. I send a request using to the intro ID app, get the token, then we initialize the Copilot Studio client using that token, and then user can start asking a question. And then once the user using that Copilot Studio client and the agent then respond, and we take that response, and then you can use that response and render in your custom web part. So let's look into the demo. So hopefully demo god is with me today if it's working right. So this is the custom UI, not coming from the WebChat or the bot framework. So let's say I'm going to do the same thing which I did earlier with out of the box. So how to create an Azure function app. So now you'd see some UI elements totally different, built by me. So it's not in the out of the box way of doing it. You can see here, and then at the bottom you can see I wanted to my citation look like this. So yeah, you can communicate directly via the API approach. So what do you need? What do we need to get this set up? So before I show you, so there's something here you could see here. It's reset the conversation. I said earlier, you have a full control. I can go and click here, and you're gonna go and start the new conversation the same way you do in out of the box agent when you click here to start the new conversation. So I'm going to go and show you what are the things we need to get this working. So we need the environment ID, which you can easily get from go to settings and click on advanced, and then you get under the metadata, you have environment setting, schema name, tenant ID, etc. So so you need all these from there. Agent identifier, you need tenant ID, app ID, and that's it. So that's all you need. So that is one approach. And then how do we build this in terms of the UI code? So first of all, we go and create the connection setting. So we got environment ID, schema ID, which is agent identifier, I call it, tenant ID, app ID, etc. We get the connection setting. Then we go and initialize. We get the token from the using the MSL approach. And then here we have where we are creating initializing the Copilot Studio client, and then here we have setting the new conversation ID. So we are start. So that's how it's working. Then once we got the client is initialized properly, conversation is we have a conversation ID. User simply go and ask the question here. Copilot client ask question. Pass the question, pass the conversation ID, and then you go intercept the response and pass the response back to the UI, where you can go through all messages. So you can build however you can the UI you wanted to build, and then you can see here I have some citation as well. So you can build, and I'm also intercepting some of the, if it is respond back with the markdown, I'm rendering the markdown as well. So I have a full control on every aspect from there. Now, going back to the last approach, which is the web chat. So what is this web chat integration? It's using the same package, agents -Copilot Studio -client. So what is different in here? But here is basically this package also has another utility called WebChat Bridge utility. What it does is, so when you communicate your SPFx web part to the bot. It uses bot framework WebChat behind the scene. So when you communicate directly to the bot framework, you need a direct line connection, direct line token. Or so this particular utility is bridge that gap. It gives you that connection which you can directly pass to the bot framework, and then you can use that. So you don't have to do old way where we have to get the token using which is more compliant with the direct line, and then you manage all the stage yourself. It's handling everything for you. So rapid development with a bot from UI. So you just creating the token and using out of the box bot from UI. So you're not building any UI. We don't have any. We do have a control where the bot UI framework gives you customizable option, but yeah, you're not building everything from scratch. So yeah, key difference between this approach and the WebChat approach is the WebChat you have is a pre-built UI, and the API approach you have to build everything by scratch. So what you need to get this working, you have authentication. Same, you can use. I'm using the same app, so same Azure AD app. I'm not creating a separate. So you need the same permission. So no need to have another permission. But in this case, you need another package as well, which is a bot framework WebChat, and you don't need any direct line secret, etc. High level flow, you get the token, pass the token to initialize the kind, and then after that there is something it uses the Copilot Studio client give you that give you that connection, which you, it basically create the direct line compliance connection, which you can give it to the render your web chat UI. So let's look at the demo. Right, so this one is using the WebChat approach. So I'm going to say, if you see here, is very, very close to what we have out of the box. So how to create an Azure function. So very, very close. All the UI is coming from the bot framework. So you can see here, so this is all out of the box phase, handling everything. Like I have not built any of this myself. So so this is all built in bot from. We are very close to what the out of the box behavior we have. So how do we? And this is what do we need in terms of the settings? So exactly the same setting. You don't need to change anything. The same setting we use for that API approach. Agent identifier, environment ID, app ID, etc. So let's go back. How do we do it? So first of all, we get the usual stuff, create the connection settings, and then we go and get the token using the auth helper, which is MSL base. So you get the token. Once you get the token, and then you go initialize the client. Same thing we did previously, but this is the difference here. This step where is using the Copilot Studio WebChat.create connection, and what it does this is the connection. So basically this utility now creating a connection which we can use this directly in the in the bot framework composer and WebChat. So if you see here, it's creating a direct line connection. So it's doing all the hard work for you. You don't have to manage anything. So yeah, that's all from me. If you guys have a question, happy to answer.